Hey everybody, welcome back for another Christmas video. Look at that. So I made a mistake when this loaded today on the 7th. I don't know what happened. I didn't see these because in the last video I was like, I hope they're doing AOS ones, right? And I even in the comment I left was like, they're doing it, right? But they did it. I don't know why I missed this, but there's AOS Battle Force boxes. So we'll take a look at this. These also look like really cool boxes. And again, they very much like this is a less so, but because in AOS, I feel like it's a little bit more forgiving and they put in kind of less leader character models. And a lot of the times, some of these you can build them in different ways so that it is a leader or it's just another giant creature or whatever. So we'll take a look at that. But again, these are some more cool boxes. I like that they're doing so many this year because usually I feel like it's kind of 5 and 5, but they're expanding it out. It's great. You want to start an army? This is a great way to start an army, right? So we got the Cruel Boys, Daughters of Cain, the Legion of Grief, Skaven, some Gloomspites. Yeah, some Gloomspite Gits. So we got a lot of squigs there. Some of the newer models from the Stormcast, which I like. I like this box a lot. And then the Revenant Wargrove, which is just a great box for anyone playing Sylvaneth. So let's jump into it. So again, usually like in the last video, I talked about that the 40k ones will go immediately. It's tougher with AOS to tell what's going to go very quickly. It gets very much into the value where I'm sure there's YouTube content creators who've, once the prices get listed, will like do a price value graph where they'll say which boxes are the most valuable boxes. Historically, it's been the Space Marine ones and the AOS ones. It's kind of just they fall where they do. But in terms, we're basically evaluating this on visuals and what I think of the box, like as an expansion or as a start collecting box kind of thing. So first, the Daughters of Cain, like it's just kind of more daughters, right? This is all fairly standard models. None of this is really super new except for the Snake Ladies, which still they've been out for a while now. The like vehicle, the Slaughter Queen on Cauldron of Blood, which you can build as a Blood Rack Shrine or Hag Queen, right? You have options there. So that's good when they include one of these larger kits where it's like, no, you're not stuck building this. You have some choices. So it's still, this looks like a good starting point really for someone who's getting Daughters of Cain or someone, again, like looking to expand a medium-sized force. But if you've been playing Daughters of Cain for a while, you don't really need any of this stuff. So this definitely falls into the, like, I'd say newer player category for the battle forces. The Cruel Boys, it's funny, it's not a lot, right? This is a low count model army, which I guess is fine because it's like you've got the character, which can be built as two different characters. So you got the Swamp Boss Gumdrek or the Mouth of Mork, right? So if you've got one of those two things and you need the other one, it's a great opportunity to get that. You've got Manskewer Bolt Boys, which are always good. And then the Gut Rippers, which this is just one squad that they put on two sides to make it look like more models. And then the Sludge Raker Beast, which can be built as the Kiloboss, the Kiloboss on Corpse Rips Vulcha, which is this one, sorry. And then the Swamp Boss Gumdrek is this one. So they built them as the two named characters, but they can also be built as just like random character on creature, right? So it's tough. I'd say this is for people who already have Cruel Boys because there's not a lot of chaff. This is like, you want some more big stuff, grab this box. It probably pairs well with the like Combat Patrol, whatever the start collecting box for the Cruel Boys, but I don't know. Visually, this box isn't there for me, right? Like it's the same thing actually with this kind of where it's just visually, especially with some of the 40k ones. I don't know. Like I've got Cruel Boys, I don't really need any of this stuff, so I wouldn't get this box, but I feel like this might be one that sits around a little bit, right? Like kind of the AOS ones might stay around a little bit longer, so we'll have to see. The Squigalanche, you play Squigs, get Squigs. This is just Squigs, right? Because you can build the large Squig as a boss character or as just, again, the one on the back right, which is just more goblins not being able to control their Squigs. So if you're thinking about getting Gloomspite Gits, this is a great box. If you're already playing Gloomspite and you want a bunch of extra Squigs, great box, right? This and again, good kind of mix of stuff. but very heavy on the larger creatures so far, I'd say. Not the Daughters of Cain, but you still get the one thing, so. The Verminous Host, a ton of models. This is what, 40 clan rats? No, right, 10, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18. Yeah, I think it's 40 clan rats, 40 plague monks, this character, Doom Rocket Seer, and then monstrous creatures. And then this can be built as a couple different things. So the Grey Seer on Screaming Bell, which can be built as Plague Priest on Plague Furnace, the Warlock Bombardier, Storm Fiends. It's a good box. It's a lot of models, right? This is Skaven at its finest, I think. Another really cool box, I think. This is on par with the Squig box. A lot of fun. For anyone who's playing Skaven, there's stuff in there for you. So I think that's a thumbs up for me on that one. The Night Haunt Legion of Grief. Again, it all depends on if you have Lady Olinda already. Because usually when you go Night Haunt and you're going Lady Olinda, you kind of grab stuff very quickly for expanding your army. And there's some really good Night Haunt boxes that have come out in the past that you can still get kind of used or online on eBay. Again, if you don't have the Lady, I think that this is a really good Night Haunt box. Or actually, if you are starting Night Haunt, this is a fantastic box. It's got a lot of stuff in it. You just fill this out with some of the... I forget what they're called. The baseline ghosts. Like, if you got 1 or 2 boxes of those on top of this, you'd have a pretty big Night Haunt army. So, generally, cool box. Again, thumbs up for me. The Revenant Wargrove looks fantastic. You've got 2 of the big boys. That's awesome. The Tree Lords. You've got 2 Tree Lords. Yeah, this is a fantastic box. Having Drachny is kind of questionable, because if you've already got Drachny, then this would be a thing that either you convert into something kind of cool, or you'd again sell this off to recoup some of the money of the box. But that's a character you can definitely sell. People use this for conversions all the time. So thumbs up for me. This, I think, might be the best box so far. Big stuff, a lot of little creatures as well. Love it. The Thunderstrike Spearhead. This, I think, is the best box, and it's funny to say that with the Stormcast, but it's all newer stuff, right? These are all new kits that have come out with the new edition. So if you're a Stormcast player and you're kind of been holding off on getting stuff, or maybe you have one of these boxes, you could easily grab this and just fill out your Stormhouse to be huge. So this is probably the best one of the boxes. The Sylvaneth one is a close second, but this is definitely, I think, the best AOS starter box they've shown. And that's it. So yeah, we've got like between the Chaos new box, the Imperial Guard new box, and these, there are 2, 4, 7. How many do they have for the 40k one? I think it's 7 as well. So it's 14. So we're up to 16 boxes technically, because I'm going to include those 2 ones as well. And the Angron box that will come out, I'll include in that as well. So that'd be up to 17 Christmas boxes, right? That's crazy. That's so many. I love it. Let me know in the comments which one of these you think is the best host, the best battle force. I'm very much of the opinion of the Thunderstrike, just because it's all pretty much new models, right? This is a good box for existing players, starting players. It's for anybody, really, I think, that box. And again, with the one-off leader model, the Relictor, I don't think that model is the best character. So I feel like some people didn't pick it up right away. Yeah, the Knight Relictor. But that, again, a lot of people are using that for conversions and stuff, and you could put an unhelmeted head on there, switch it up. Yeah, let me know in the comments. I'm interested to see what these boxes. I feel like people are usually very divided on what's good and what's not, so it's always good to get some comments going. If you're not already subscribed to the channel, hit that subscribe button. I'll see everyone in the next video. Thanks for watching.